Hey there friends, welcome to the video. I hope you are all doing really good today. And in this video, I am going to talk about DPDR and hopelessness, what to do if you are feeling hopeless right now, if you feel there's no hope of getting better, if you feel there's no hope of anything positive happening in your life, what to do if you are in that situation. And for anybody who's new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Dan and I help people overcome their DPDR using coaching. And for all my subscribers, welcome back. So let's just get it right off the bat, right straight away. It is completely and utterly normal to feel hopeless when you are going through this, and I did myself as well. In fact, I went through about every single emotion that you could possibly go through during my recovery journey, and the hopelessness stage was definitely quite an annoying stage. And often a lot of things will run through your mind when you are feeling hopeless, such as, I'm never going to recover, my life totally sucks, what's the point, other people can get better, I can't get better, I don't have what it takes to get better, something must be wrong with me, something must be different with me, this must be some kind of different DPDR, and this is all my fault anyway, because if I hadn't have done XYZ in the past, then I wouldn't have even been in this state. Now, I guess when you're listening to that, you're thinking, yeah, you know what, I've said a few of those things to myself, and maybe I'm still saying those things to myself. And so it's totally normal, and it is just one of the phases that you go through. And you go through this whether you've got DPDR or not. It's just a common sort of mourning, grieving phase. Like it can begin of like you're sort of mourning that the person that you think that you've lost. I wish I could just be that happy, carefree person I was 6 months ago. And so you're adjusting. And then you think, oh, this is actually really difficult. I've tried meditation, I've tried exercise, I've tried eating healthily. None of that seems to be working right now. Everything I'm trying, nothing's working. That means I'm going to be in this forever. The only problem with all of this is that it's all completely wrong. And the reason it's wrong is that it simply just isn't true. Everybody has the capacity to recover. I've seen it lots and lots and lots of times with all the people that I have helped. And your DPDR, your anxiety, I hate to break this to you, but it's not special. It's just run-of-the-mill anxiety, and this is one of the symptoms, and now you're just experiencing everything with it. But because you're you, obviously it feels completely true, and everything that you're telling yourself, you think it's true, and all the sweeping generalizations you're doing, you're thinking that they're true, when in fact they're not. So take this as the first bit of good news. No matter how hopeless you are feeling right now, you do have it within you to recover. Everybody does. The first thing that you should do when you are feeling hopeless about all this is to go easy on yourself, because this isn't your fault. You didn't choose this. You didn't say, hey, DPDR, come over here and I want you to be here with me 24 hours a day. Obviously, you didn't say that. So you need to go a lot easier on yourself. And I know that can be difficult because we can tend to blame ourselves. If only I hadn't done this, if only I hadn't done that, then I wouldn't have DPDR. And look, the truth of the matter is maybe that's the case. Maybe that's not the case. You don't know. And it's something that can't be changed anyway. So just to keep thinking that over and over again is just not going to help you at all. And so some examples of the type of language you can use around helping yourself is, okay, well, I've gotten into this situation. It really sucks. How can I get out of it? Don't start wishing and wanting and all that type of stuff. Wishing isn't going to get you anywhere, and wanting isn't going to get you anywhere. But asking the question of how, that is going to actually get you somewhere. And the great thing is that once you do start to get on the road to recovery, then your mind is shifted in the right direction, and it's giving you something to do. It's giving you something to think about other than the hopelessness that you are feeling. The expression, motion creates emotion. So the idea of just doing stuff starts to create emotion. If you're just sitting there all day doing nothing, just trying to think your way out of this, then it's not going to work. And often that's why when people are sad or upset, if they just get up and do something, anything, they often find that it makes them feel better because it either distracts them or it's exercise. And another big thing with hopelessness is obviously within the name itself, there's no hope. You don't feel any hope for the future. You're just like, I'm going to have this forever, and The thing with this, right, it's a really big thing, and I see it all the time when I'm coaching people, that is a massive sweeping generalization. Think about that. I am going to have this forever. You're literally saying in 50 years time, you're still going to have this, or in 20 years time, or in 80 years time, you're still going to have this. Really? Think about all the stuff you've done from your earliest memory up until before you got it. You're going to go through all that again another 5 times, still feeling this way? No, of course you're not. You are going to recover and you are going to get better, but that's what we do when we have anxiety and perhaps a little bit of depression in there as well, and we are experiencing hopelessness, is that we just make these massive, broad, sweeping generalizations that aren't true. But the amazing thing about our mind is that we make it all true. So if you are saying this stuff, then you're making it true, and then that is obviously making it more hopeless for you. But you've got to realize here is that it's not true. You don't know that it's true. And even if it is true, you have something that you can do about it. Again, sitting there just doing nothing isn't actually going to help you. And that's one thing I had to work on a lot with myself as well, is just recognizing these type of thoughts which aren't actually real. We have so many thoughts that come into our mind all the time, and the vast majority of them aren't true, but we make them true. And, we have toxic worry. We worry about stuff in the future that we don't even know is going to happen. And the odds are they're not going to happen. And one of the biggest things you can do to help you out of this hopelessness is to just know that you are going to get better. I know that might be falling on deaf ears right now. And I know the last thing you want to hear is that. And even if you are hearing that, you're just like, oh yeah, damn, whatever. I'm not going to get better. I'm stuck like this. I deserve this. Pity me, pity me, pity me. And I did exactly the same thing. But that doesn't get you anywhere. It literally gets you nowhere. It just stays exactly where you are. And for sure, if you want to go through some self-pity and like all the woe is me and all that, fine, do it. Get it out of your system, do it. Say your life sucks and just hate everything, and then make a conscious effort to shift that, to switch that. And so one of the ways that you can start to lift this hopelessness and switch it to more being hopeful is to just get some direction, to realize that you are gonna get better. It doesn't take, you don't have to move mountains to be able to do it. It's just small, tiny little changes over time which slowly shifts this. And how I know that works? There's a couple of reasons. The first one is I've seen it with all the people that I've helped, but also it's been slow, subtle shifts in a negative direction, which has gotten you to this point in the first place. It's not like all of a sudden your life was happy and then one day you woke up and just everything completely sucked and you were completely hopeless. It doesn't work like that. You slowly got into it and all these little things, and you reverse that. That's how you get out of it. You slowly get out of it that way too. So it is slow little changes, and that's great news for you, because it means it's a lot easier than what you think. You don't have to do all these crazy mega things. You just got to start to recognize what's going on in your mind, because it's your mind that's creating this sort of place that you're in at the moment anyway. So my friends, I know this video might have a little bit of tough love in it, and it might have even sounded harsh in places, but my intent is not to be harsh. It's basically just to try and illuminate to you and to show you what is going on in your mind, and also some of the things that you can do about it. You only need one little improvement, or you only need one little mindset shift, and all the hopelessness that you've got it literally can just vanish, because your mind's like, oh, actually, things are going to be okay. Oh, thank goodness for that. Whew, okay, cool. Well, now I can look at getting better. So my friends, I hope you've gotten a lot out of this video, and I hope it has helped. And if you do have any questions about this, then please leave a comment and I will get back to you in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.